Taking you live now, Scott Morrison holding a news conference here in Canberra with the South Korean President Moon Jae-in.
These conflicts. Some 70 years ago this took place, and now we mark 60 years of our diplomatic relations. And during this time, Australia has shown unwavering support for peace on the Korean Peninsula. And we affirm this again today. And I particularly want to pay tribute to His Excellency's wisdom, his passion, his vision and his commitment to securing that peace on the Korean Peninsula. He has stood tall on these issues over many years. We are proud in Australia to have contributed to Korea's economic growth, just as Korea has contributed to ours. It has been such a mutually beneficial partnership. Today, as always, our economies complement each other. We are important trading partners, and we welcome the prospect of Korea joining the CPTPP, and we look forward, should they wish to take that decision and step, we look forward to being an encouraging partner. The CPTPP sets a high bar for countries that understand the importance of the rule of law in trade, that deals with its partners fairly and consistently in a way that promotes free trade. And Korea has already achieved those marks, not only in their relationship with Australia, but with the many trading partners with whom they have trusted relationships. This investment goes in both directions, and we look forward to that continuing. We are also important security partners, as we have just witnessed with the Hanwha Howitzer contract, $1 billion armoured vehicle centre for excellence to be located in the Geelong region. And a big shout out to all of those in Geelong. This is the delivery of an important commitment of our government that we made. It's an important further chapter in the defence industry story for Australia as we continue to build our sovereign capability. And Korea is an important partner in that journey, both in our security arrangements, but also in the building of our sovereign capability in defence manufacturing. We also have tourism and education links that run deep. Some 20,000 Korean students come and study in Australia. And we are looking forward to welcoming them back, as we are the many tourists and business travellers and skilled migrants. And on Wednesday of this week, we will move again forward. The borders will be reopened, both to Korea and Japan, and for skilled migration and for students, as we conclude the pause that we announced several weeks ago. This is made possible because Korea and Australia have both shared a COVID-19 experience. Korea has had an extraordinary set of achievements in managing the virus, and the President and I have discussed on many occasions during the course of the pandemic where we have been able to meet in person at various multilateral fora around the world, the G7 plus, the G20. And we have learnt from the Korean experience here in Australia, as I'm sure in the stories we've been able to exchange on our experience that has helped inform the Korean response. So together, we are two countries that have had one of the lowest death rates from COVID in the world. We have both got one of the strongest economies, each of us, moving through COVID. And we share high vaccination rates. Australia and Korea have some of the highest vaccination rates, double dose, of anywhere in the world. And so that is enabling our economies to open up. And we see that today here in Australia as the borders come tumbling down there in between Queensland and the rest of the country. And Australians are being reunited because of their efforts to get vaccinated, and to see families reunited, to see Australians coming together as we get to the end of this year. This is encouraging, but I know the more than 123,000 Australians of Korean ancestry will be looking forward to seeing their friends, their family, and them being able to join together. And that has been made possible because of the outstanding achievements in Korea in managing COVID, and I congratulate the President on their achievements. We look forward to proceeding with the many agreements that we have announced today, whether in defence materiel, the Memorandum of Understanding to establish an implementation plan for Australia and Korea's low zero emissions technology partnership that the President and I agreed we would proceed with when we met together in the UK at Carbis Bay at the G7. This is one of many of these partnerships because both Korea and Australia understand that the path to net zero will not come at the expense of our industries and our economies and the momentum that has been built up in trade and jobs and innovation and technology. We understand that these are problems to be solved and overcome, and that partnership we have on the road to net zero through technology is an important one that I look forward to us achieving. And there is the critical minerals MOU as well. This is an area where Australia and Korea is already working very closely together to build those reliable, trusted supply chains in these critical minerals and rare earths that we know will power the new energy economy and the global economy into the future. Our space cooperation for peaceful purposes, Korea, again, a leader there, and Australia through our National Space Agency in Adelaide, leading the way with these new partnerships that will see Australia also play a significant role in space. Our MOU on digital cooperation initiatives in Southeast Asia, again, reinforce our commitment to being, along with Korea, a major top 10 digital economy of the future. And our people-to-people relationships, which are reinforced each and every day. And I want to conclude by thanking President Moon for his deep dedication to this relationship. He has extended me great courtesy and friendship over these past 3 years. And I appreciate that very much, and I'm so pleased that Jenny and I have been able to welcome him and Madam Kim today and tomorrow here in Australia. We're looking forward to the time we will now share together with the Governor-General and at other engagements, and I know the many other meetings that he has. Together we share a view about the role of liberal democracies in today's world, and particularly in the Indo-Pacific. We understand how important it is for the rule of law, for multilateral organisations that are based on a world order that favours freedom, that countries in our own region can have choices in their economy, choices for their peace and security. And we look forward in particular that day, President Moon, to the day that the Korean Peninsula will have peace and stability long into the future. I thank you, and I invite you to make some comments.